Welcome. Today is Saturday. It is February 18th, and we are here for our Saturday morning yoga class. Make sure you've got a nice comfy mat somewhere that's quiet and allows you to spend the next hour focusing on breath and movement and de-stressing the body and the mind. Let's go ahead and relax down onto our backs. Let our arms rest at our sides, opening our palms towards the sky. Let's close our eyes and breathe deeply in through the nose, expanding belly, back, and rib cage on the inhale. And exhaling out through the nose. I want to feel that same area of the body contract and empty. Focus on elongating your breath, slowing it down. Let's guide our breath and awareness into our face. Relax your eyes. Relax your jaw. Relax any tightness in your neck. Let's breathe from our shoulders out through our fingertips. And then we'll breathe from our hips to our toes. And then let's guide our breath into our spine and breathe from the top of our head out through the tailbone, letting our breath find its way in between each segment of your spine. Let's roll our head to the right, and back to neutral and roll to the left. And then return to that neutral place. Inhale the arms towards the sky. Exhale behind us, and let's reach out through all of our fingers. Press out through our heels, stretching our body really straight. Let your body go soft. We'll inhale the arms back up, and exhale, return them to your sides. Next, we're going to bring that left knee in nice and close to the body. Start with a hug, and then flex and point that foot. Let's roll the ankle around, lead with your big toe. And then let's reverse. And allow your foot to rest where it is. Switch the legs, pull the right knee and extend the left leg out. Same thing, we'll flex and point our foot. Slow circle with our ankle. And then let's reverse. And then just allow your foot to rest. Now let's bring both knees in, give yourselves a giant hug. While you've got your knees hugged in close and your shoulders relaxed, let's rock gently side to side and just massage either side of our spine. Come back to neutral and we'll circle our knees around and around, massaging through lower back. And then let's go the other way. And then we'll just keep our knees tucked in nice and close. Tighten the belly, press through the back of the ribs. Let's round the spine. Nose toward knees, chin towards chest. And release back down. Try again, tighten the belly, round up, nose toward knees, chin towards chest. And come back down. Once more, we're going to round up, nose toward knees, chin towards chest. And release down. Let's rest the feet down with the knees bent. Space your feet apart about hips distance. Toes in, heels out. Arms at our sides, palms to the sky. Start to slowly peel off the mat, bridging up. And make sure that when you're at the top of your bridge, you're not feeling any weight in the neck. We're feeling activation in the buttocks and the hamstrings. And then exhale, let's press back down. Let's try again. Tighten the belly and peel up. Pressing those hips up nice and high. Holding on to our bridge. And then exhale, let's melt back down. One more time, we're tightening the belly, peeling up off the mat, bridging up, holding on to our bridge. And then exhale as we melt back down. Once we've made it all the way back down and we can feel our back restful in the mat, we'll bring the knees back into the chest for another close hug. And again, rock a few times side to side, massaging either side of our spine. Come back to that neutral place, tightening the belly, press through the back of the ribs, bring your nose up towards your knees. And then as we exhale, we're going to roll ourselves up. And once we've made it up, let's bring ourselves into that easy cross-leg position. So we want to let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Let your palms open face to the sky. Feel the top of your head being drawn towards the sky. We're going to let our chin fall to our chest, breathing into the back of our neck. Inhale, lift the head, tip back, open your throat. Exhale, bring chin to chest. Inhale, lift the head, tip back, open your throat. Exhale again, chin to chest. Inhale, lift the head, tip back, open the throat. And then we're back to that neutral place. Let's turn our eyes to look over our right shoulder. Come back to center and we turn to look left. And then return to center and once again let your chin drop to your chest. Let's roll the right ear towards the right shoulder. Drop the chin and roll to your left. We'll drop the chin and roll right. Drop the chin and roll left. Once again, drop the chin and roll right. And then place that right hand just above the tip of your left ear. Push your left palm into the mat. Breathe up the arm and along the side of the neck. And then let's extend and reach high with that right hand. Side bend off to your left. Come back up and let's float that arm down. Once it's down, we're going to roll our shoulders from back to front. Start to increase some circle size. And then we've got some really big circles. And we're going to extend both arms high to the sky. And then let the hands come together at heart center. And let's return them to our knees. We'll drop our chin to our chest. This time we'll tip left ear to left shoulder. Place that left hand just above the tip of our right ear. And then push the right palm into the mat. Breathing up the arm and along the side of our neck. Let's reach high towards the sky, gazing up at that hand. Side bend to the right. Lift back up and float the arm down. Again, let's start with those shoulder rolls from back to front. Increasing circle size. And then ultimately just extending the arms high to the sky. And then letting the hands press together at heart center. Let's lace our fingers and push our palms away from the body, breathing across upper back and back shoulders. And then turn your palms to face you as if you're holding a large ball, and just breathe across upper back and back of shoulders. From there, let's release the hands back onto the knees. And we'll take another full inhale over here. Exhale as we soften. And let's transition to hands and knees. Hands and knees, we've got shoulders over wrists, tips over knees, tops of the feet on the mat. Spread your fingers open really wide and turn your hands in slightly. Press down through second, third, and fourth knuckles on each hand. These are foundational hands. So anytime we're bearing weight into our hands, make sure that you're not feeling it in your wrists. Let's sink our navel, lift our tailbone, lift our head, open our heart, cow. And then exhale, round and scoop in for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Then exhale, cat. We'll make our way back to that neutral spine. Extend through the heel of your left foot. Add the right arm forward, turning right palm to the sky, giving us spinal balance. Exhale back down and we'll switch. Extend through the right heel. Left arm forward, palm to the sky. Exhale, lower, switch again. Extend and reach. Exhale, lower and switch. Extend and reach. And then exhale, return to all fours. Separate your knees, big toes together, push back with your tailbone. Let your chest drop through your knees, forehead to the mat. Fingers reaching to the end of the mat, and then turn your palms open to the sky. And really feel the increase in the stretch going down the sides of your body. Come back to foundational hands, tuck the toes, let's build downward facing dog. Allow your head to drop through extended arms. Feel your ribs pulling close to your thighs. And feel your shoulder blades reaching towards the gluteals. Nodding our head yes. Shake your head no. And then just let your head hang there. And we'll walk our dog a few times. Lift and lower each heel individually. Press both heels down. And then inhale yourselves into a good strong plank. Exhale, return to down dog. Inhale again into plank. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank, remain there. Exhale, modify to your knees, the tops of your feet, and start lowering, elbows open. Now elbows come in, we press through the tops of the feet and the hip bones. Lengthen your spine before you rise into cobra. Exhale, let's come back down. Tuck the elbows in, inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And again, exhale, coming down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, back into extended child's pose. And really extend those fingers towards the end of your mat. Return to foundational hands, tuck the toes, lift your tailbone. We're back up into downward facing dog. Inhale returns us to plank. You can modify if you'd like. Exhale, lower elbows opening, chest down, hips down, elbows tuck in. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes. And we're back up into down dog. Again, inhaling to our plank. Exhaling, coming down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's walk the dog a few more times. Pressing our heels down. And then stepping the right foot forward between the hands. Once we've got our foot in place, we want to make sure that we're extending out through the heel of our left foot and out through the top of our head. From there, let's sink down onto the left knee. Press through the top of the left foot. Reach high to the sky to form crescent moon. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat. Tuck the left toes under so we're back in our lunge. Send our right foot back into plank. And press back up into down dog. Again, walking our dog. Raising both heels nice and high. Pressing them back down. And then sending the left foot forward between the hands. Positioning that left knee over left ankle. We're extending out through the heel of the right foot and the top of your head for our lunge. And then go ahead and sink down onto the right knee and the top of the right foot. Reach high to the sky for crescent moon. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat. Tuck the right toes under so we're back in lunge. And now we're going to step the right foot forward. Let your big toes remain close with your heels apart, and let's slowly roll up. Reach high to touch the sky. Exhale into our heart. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back holds our plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale again into plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale as we're lowering. Inhale as we're lengthening, rising for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale again to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again, extend, and exhale, fold in half. Inhale, look out, and exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, lowering the body. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale again to plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up, reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again, extend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again, extend. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Step the right foot back into runner's lunge. Press the right heel down, turn the right toes out. Let's align our left heel with the back of our right heel, start lifting up our body. Keeping our hip bones forward and our shoulders stacked. Add your arms overhead, warrior one. Let the arms and the heart open a little bit wider. Inhale, neutralize the spine. Exhale, let's hinge forward, bringing us into a warrior airplane. Exhale, hands to the mat. Return to the ball of your right foot. Send your left foot back into plank. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, we lengthen, rise for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale again into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Let's inhale, look out. And then exhale, sink those ribs closer to your thighs. Cradle your elbows in the palms of your hands. Allow your upper body to rest against your thighs. Release the fingertips to the mat as we roll all the way back up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Again, inhale, extend. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Stepping left foot back into lunge. Pushing left heel down, turning left toes out. Align your right heel with the back of your left heel. Let's lift up our body. Hip bones face forward, shoulders are square. Add your arms overhead. Warrior one. We're opening the arms, we're opening the heart. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, let's hinge forward, bringing ribs close to that front thigh for our warrior airplane. And then exhale, return your hands to the mat. Lift to the ball of your left foot. Step the right foot back into plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise for cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Inhale again into that plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, flat back, look out. Exhale, let's sink down a little deeper again, cradling elbows and palms of hands, framing our head. Releasing fingertips to the mat. Let's inhale, roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again, extend. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Let's extend the right leg behind us, hip level. Place your hands so they form a tripod with your left foot. And that becomes tripod balance. Or align your left thumb with your left pinky toe. Start to roll your left hip open, adding that right arm to the sky. Brings us into half moon balance. Let's exhale the right hand down if it's lifted. Take a giant step back with your right foot, bringing us into runner's lunge. Now we can walk ourselves around to form a straddle. We'll be facing the wide edge of our mat. Toes either straight ahead or turned in slightly. Hands directly under our shoulders. Inhale, flat back, look out. Exhale, let's try to melt down, bending the elbows, dropping the forearms. Upper body is completely released. Push down into your palms, press the arms straighter and straighter. Inhale, flat back, look out. Exhale, let's open the arms for a straddle airplane. And then inhale, we'll slowly rise to standing. Moving into 5-pointed star, open palms to the sky. Let's inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, brush the earth. And inhale, back up for sunflower. Exhale, folding, bending down. Inhale, rising up. Exhale again, folding, bending down. And inhale, rise up. And then let the arms open wide and we're back into our star. From there, let's turn our palms to face forward and let the hands meet together in front of us, lacing all of our fingers. And then turning our palms to press away from the body, breathing across the upper back and the back of our shoulders. Continue to press through the palms as we extend the arms towards the sky. We'll stay long in the waist and do a side stretch to the right. Inhale back up and side stretch to our left. Inhale, lift again. And exhale, reopen the arms to form your star. Now we're ready to turn our left toes to the front end of our mat. Align our left heel with our right arch, and then when ready, bend the left knee, finding warrior two. Let's pull that leg straight without locking. And then we'll rebend. And once again, let's pull it straight. And then rebend. And then start extending that arm a little farther forward. Lifting the left, we lower the right. Turn your left palm to the sky, pushing through the heel of that hand for reverse warrior. And let's return to warrior two. And then we'll pull our legs straight once again without locking. And start building our triangle by pulling the right hip right. Extending the left arm as far away from your right hip as you can reach. Once we can't go any farther, let's lower the left and lift the right. Breathing into all that open space across the front of the body. Keeping the shoulder and the neck relaxed. Start to lower the right arm towards your right hip as you bend the left knee. We'll send that right arm back up, and that brings us into extended angle pose. Exhale the right hand down, come back onto the ball of your right foot so we're in our lunge. Now let's keep the right hand pressed down as we inhale left arm to the side. Exhale, revolve at our waist, and there's our twisting lunge. Exhale that hand down. Send the left foot back into our plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, let's lengthen, rise cobra. Exhale, tuck our toes, we're back up into down dog. Inhale again into plank. You can hang out there or start to push up. And then press back up into downward facing dog. Let's extend through the heel of the right foot. Start reaching it towards the sky for three-legged dog. And then we'll step that right foot through the hands, returning us to runner's lunge. Once we've made it back into lunge, push the left heel down. Turn the left toes out. Start to straighten the right leg. And then lift up those right toes. Inhale, look out. Exhale, see if you can melt your upper body closer to that right thigh. And then see if you can get your toes to sink back into the mat. Start to rebend the right knee. Return to the ball of your left foot. We're back in our lunge. And then we'll step that left foot forward. Toes close, heels apart. Knees are bending like we're about to sit in a tiny chair. Pull your knees closer and closer together as you lift your ribs from your thighs. Add your arms alongside your ears. And then let's inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, hands return to your heart. Inhale again to the sky. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Let's extend the left leg behind us, hip level. Hands from a tripod with our right foot. Stay like that, or align your right thumb with your right pinky toe, rolling that left hip open. Adding the left arm to the sky for half balance. Exhale, left hand down if it is lifted. Let's step way back with our left foot, bending the right knee so we make it into lunge. And then we're ready to walk around into wide straddle, facing the other edge of our mat. Toes are in, heels are out, hands under shoulders. Big inhale with a flat back looking out. And then exhaling fully so that the upper body drops down and we just let go. Press down through the palms, pushing the arms straighter and straighter. Inhale, flat back, look out. Exhale, arms go wide for airplane. And then inhale, let's slowly rise to standing, bringing ourselves into that open 5-pointed star. Turning our palms to face forward, let's bring the hands together. We'll lace our fingers once again and then push our palms away from the body. Reach high and touch the sky. Let your hands release. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, brush the earth. Inhale, back up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, extend. Let's relace our fingers, pressing palms to the sky. Getting longer and taller out of the waist. We're going to side stretch to our left. Come back up and side stretch to the right. And then lift back up. And return to 5-pointed star. Turning our right toes to the front end of our mat. Align our right heel with our left arch, and then when you're ready, bend the right knee. Looking out past that right hand for Warrior 2, centering our body weight equally between those feet. Pull the right leg straight without locking. And let's rebend. Try again, pulling it straight without locking. And rebend. Stretch the right arm a little farther forward. Let's lift the right, lower the left. Turn that right palm to the sky. Reverse warrior. Breathing all the way up the right side of the ribs. Come back to Warrior 2. And then we'll pull that right leg straight once again without locking. Begin to pull the left hip left as we're extending that right arm far, far away. Reaching out once we can't go any farther. Let's lower the right and lift the left. And that becomes our triangle pose. Feeling all that open space down the length of the spine and across the front of the body. Breathing away tension or tightness from the shoulders and the neck. Start to lower that left arm towards your left hip. And as you do, let's bend the right knee. We're going to circle that arm around until it's back up towards the sky. And we've moved into extended angle pose. On the exhale, begin to revolve upper body. Return to the ball of your left foot. We've made it back into our runner's lunge. We're going to keep pressing down with the left hand and inhale, right arm to the side. Exhale, revolve at our waist. And there's our twisting lunge. Let's exhale that hand down. Go ahead and step back with the right foot. Brings us into our plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise for cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Inhale again to plank. We can stay there or insert a push-up. And then press back up into downward facing dog. Start extending through the heel of your left foot, reaching it high to the sky for three-legged dog. And then let's step the left foot through the hands into runner's lunge. Once there, push the right heel down, turn the right toes out, and then start to straighten your left leg, and we're going to lift up our left toes. Inhale, look out with our flat back. Exhale, let your upper body sink closer to that left thigh. And then see if you can sink your toes all the way back into the mat. One more inhale. As we exhale, start to rebend the left knee, returning to the ball of your right foot. Right foot steps forward. Toes close, heels apart. We're going to bend those knees, and while we're doing that, we're going to pull our knees closer together and lift our ribs and our arms. And there's our chair pose. And let's inhale high and touch the sky. Exhale, hands to our heart. And let your arms hang long at your sides for mountain pose. Preparing for our standing balance. Finding a focal point for your eyes. Fixate on that spot. Feel that navel tighten against your spine and shift your weight into your right foot. When you're ready, you can place your left heel on your right ankle bone, hands together at your heart, and then you can lift up those left toes. Growing the branches of your tree is an option. Letting your arms open wide. Let's release the arms and set the foot back down. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, open just the arms behind you. Let's hook our hands together. Roll our shoulder blades together, pulling down with those hands. Opening the heart, opening our throat. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, begin to hinge forward. We're going to pull ribs close to the front thighs. Let your head drop and let your arms lift higher. And then we'll exhale, let our fingers release. And then inhale, let's roll back up. And then once we've made it back to our standing position, finding that focal point, feeling that navel pulling in, shifting our weight to our left foot, hands together at heart center, right heel on left ankle bone, and when ready, lifting our toes. And growing the branches of our tree if we'd like. Your arms open wide. And then let the arms come down. We'll send that foot back down. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, open the arms. Again, they're going to hook together behind the body. Rolling the shoulder blades together, pressing through the heart center, opening our throat. Inhale, neutral spine, and then exhale, hinge forward, drawing those ribs closer to our thighs, dropping our head, lifting the arms higher and higher. As we exhale, release your fingers to the mat. Let's step back, right foot, left foot into our plank. And then we'll keep our right shoulder positioned over the right wrist and move ourselves into side plank. Modify to the side of your knee if you'd like. Exhale back around into plank. Left shoulder over left wrist. Opening for side plank, other side. Exhale back around into full plank. Lifting the right foot not too high, but pressing back into three-legged dog. Come forward into one-legged plank. You can hold it there or insert a push-up. Set the right foot down. We'll lift the left foot not too high. Press back into three-legged dog. And then return to one-legged plank. You can hold it there or insert that push-up. And then let's lower that foot. And from there, ease to the knees, the tops of the feet. Big toes close. Press back. Extended child's pose. Let's pass our left arm through the right armpit. Sink the left shoulder down onto the mat. Breathe across the upper back, the back of your shoulder. We'll bring that arm out and we'll switch. Passing the right arm through the left armpit. And then we'll bring that arm out, pushing back through the tailbone. Let's bring the hands closer to the shoulders so we can lift away from our mat. And then from there we'll come around and have a seat. Let's start with our legs out straight. Hands on either side of our hips. Push down into your palms and push out through the bottoms of your feet. So we're going to sit like we're sitting at attention. And then we can soften a little bit. Let's walk our hands forward, push back through our tailbone. Think about belly button first, then ribs, and then head is last to go. And then we'll slowly roll back up. Once we're up, let's take our right ankle and just place it on our left thigh. So when we look at our legs, they look like a number 4. We can use our right hand to push gently on that right inner thigh, breathing into the right hip. From there, let's lift the right leg. And we've got 2 ways to cradle the baby. We can thread our forearms under our calf, bend the elbows, and draw the leg in that way, working at keeping our back straight. Or we can take the bottom of our right foot, press it against our left upper arm so the crease of our elbow fits around the outer edge of our foot, and then wrap the other arm around. And again, we want to think about keeping our back nice and straight and breathing into that hip. Take one more inhale. On our exhale, let's release that foot. We're still going to keep the knee bent, but now we want the knee upright. We're going to bring our foot in as close to our body as we can, keeping those sit bones on the mat. Let's wrap the left arm around the bent right leg. Start by just giving yourself a nice tight hug. And then try to sit a little taller and start rotating at the waist so that we start looking over our left shoulder or right shoulder, and then see if you can pass the back of your right hand around so it presses on the outside of your left hip. As we exhale, let's untwist. We'll stretch that leg out. Hands on either side of our hips, pressing down into our palms, pushing out through our feet. Once again, we're sitting like we're sitting at attention. Exhale as we soften. Let our hands start to walk forward, pushing back to the tailbone, melting ourselves in half. And then we'll inhale our way back up. And let's place our left ankle on our right thigh this time. Start by just using that left hand to push gently on the inner thigh so that we're feeling that hips start to open. Then release a little bit. Let's lift up that leg. We've got our two choices. Forearms through the lower leg, pulling in that way, or placing the bottom of our foot against the upper portion of our right arm. Crease of elbow comes around the outer edge of our foot. Breathing into that hip. As we exhale, let's release. We'll keep the knee bent, but we're going to bring it upright. Walk our foot in close to the body. Use that right arm to wrap around the bent left leg. First, just start with a hug, sitting up nice and tall. And then we're going to start to revolve at the waist so we can look over our left shoulder. And then see if you can pass your left hand around. So we've got the top of our left hand pressing against the outer right hip. And then as we exhale, let's untwist. And we're going to stretch our legs out straight, but this time let's take them out into that wide straddle hands between the legs. We're going to start to inch those hands forward, pushing back through the tailbone. Think about pulling your belly button down. If you can get your belly button down, the rest of you will follow. Breathe into inner thighs and outer hips. And then we can inhale our way back up. Inch your left hand towards the left ankle. Send the right arm high. That side stretch over. We'll come back up and we'll switch. Reaching that right hand towards the right ankle. Side stretch over. Inhale, lift again, and let's bring that arm down, and we'll bring our legs back together. This time we're going to inch our fingertips so they're a little bit behind the buttocks, still with shoulders over wrists, pressing down into those palms. But now I want you to start to pull those hips away from the mat and hang out in your reverse plank. Exhale it, slowly start to sink back down. Once our hips back down, we're going to walk the hands forward, push back through the tailbone. One last forward fold. And then let's rise back to neutral. And we'll bend our knees. Let's place our hands behind our thighs. Relax our shoulders from our ears. Tighten up the belly button, balance on your tailbone. So you want to do this without letting the back round out. Little by little, you can start extending your legs. Go where you can, continuing to breathe. And then see if you can actually let go and maintain that balance. And then we'll start to slowly open down, pressing us into the mat. And then once we're down, stretch your body really, really straight. And then let it go soft. Let's pull the left knee in close to the body. And then let's extend the left leg towards the sky. Walk your hands up as close to your ankle as you can reach. Think about pulling those toes forward over your head. And then ease up a bit. Let's set the foot down with the knee bent. Arms at our sides. And I want you to simply lift up those hips. So we're going to keep that right leg straight out on the mat. And we're just lifting with the left gluteal and hamstring. And then we'll slowly sink back down. Send the left leg out straight. We'll pull the right knee in, starting with a good close hug. And then extending the leg up so that we're thinking about pulling our toes over our head. And then ease up a little bit. We'll bend the right knee, set the foot down, arms at our sides, and then just simply lift into that one-legged bridge. We've still got the left leg extended on the mat. And then we can sink back down. And once we're down, let's rebend that left knee. Both feet on the mat this time. We've got toes in, heels out, feet about hips distance apart, and we're going into a two-legged bridge. So again, we want to make sure there's no weight in the neck. We're feeling lots of activation in the gluteals, hamstrings. And then see about pulling the right knee in and stretching the right leg to the sky. We can rebend, set the foot down and switch. And then rebend, set the foot down, pressing both hips a little bit higher, and then slowly inching back down. Once we've made it back down, placing right ankle on left thigh, lifting the left foot, and just thread your hands behind the left thigh. Start to pull both legs in closer to your body while keeping that right knee open. And then see if you can extend the left leg straight up to the ceiling. Walk your hands closer to that left ankle. And all the while, we continue to open the right knee. And then let's rebend the left knee. You can place the foot down. Cross the right leg farther over the left. We'll open our arms nice and wide. Dropping both of our knees off to the left. Let's look to our right. And then let's bring ourselves back to neutral. Uncross the legs and we'll switch. This time it's left ankle on right thigh. Let's thread the hands behind the right thigh, lift the right foot. Continue to pull both legs closer into your body. And then let's extend the right leg straight up. See if you can reach your hands closer to that right ankle. And then we can rebend, set the foot down, Cross the left leg farther over the right, arms go wide. We're going to drop our knees right and look to our left. And then come back to neutral and let's uncross. From there, let's bring both knees in nice and close. Circle our knees around, massaging through lower back. And then we'll go the other way. And then hold center, but start to separate your knees. We're going to keep big toes close. And then try opening the knees wider so the soles of our feet come close together. And pull your heels closer to your body. So this would be our lying fan. We'll separate the feet. Press up through flat feet as you pull down with your hands. Keeping the shoulders and spine relaxed. And actually rock a few times while we're here. And then hold center and stretch your legs out straighter and wider. And then start to bring the legs closer and closer together. And then let's rebend the knees and let your feet return to the mat. Once they've made it all the way back down to the mat, we're going to slide one leg out at a time. And once you've got your legs fully extended, I want you to press out through your heels so you're tightening all the muscles in those legs. And then let your legs go soft. And then while your arms are at your sides, stretch them really, really straight like you're trying to get your fingertips to reach your toes. And then let your arms go soft. And now I want you to focus in on the belly, and I want you to pull down on the back side of your navel like you're attempting to touch it to your spine without holding your breath, without tensing anything else. And then let it release. And try that again, pulling down on the back side of your navel. And release. And we're going to try that once more, pulling down on the back side of your navel. And let it release. Let's turn our eyes to look right. Come back to neutral and we'll turn our eyes to look left. And then come back to neutral. Spread your toes out really wide. Spread your fingers out really wide. And then scrunch up all your fingers and all your toes. And let them fully relax. Now we're focusing our breath on the body, seeking out any spots that remain tense or tight. And just breathing away that tension. Relaxing your eyes, relaxing your jaw, Between stimulus and response, there's a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Let us set aside all of our anxious thoughts. Make a choice to live today with courage, with an open heart, a grateful heart, and a hopeful heart, spreading random acts of kindness wherever we can. Remember that my soul honors your soul. I honor that place in you where the entire universe resides. I honor the light, the love, the truth, the beauty, and the peace within you, because it's also within me. In sharing these things, we are united, we are the same, we are one. Namaste. Thank you for joining me this morning. I hope that you feel refreshed and renewed and ready for the day. I'll be back tomorrow to let you know what's taking place on Monday. In the meantime, be healthy, be safe, and be kind. I'll see you soon.